Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Mr. Hino with Elementary Mitch, because my first name is Mitch. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you a very cool project if your class is doing even and odd numbers. And so I teach second grade, and even and odd numbers is a huge standard for us to go over. And then I thought, you know what? We go over the basics of even and odd, but I wanted my students to have a really cool project to not only just display in the room and show off what they know, but to also have my students be able to prove that something is even and odd. Because you can flip a coin and be right 50% of the time whether a number is going to be even or odd. And so I wanted my students to be able to not only be able to say, hey, 3 is odd, but to be able to prove it. So today I love this project because it's called my odd and even number wanted project. And I'll be able to actually, if you check the description, I've left my Teachers Pay Teachers link to the actual worksheet where the students get to decorate, choose their own number, and definitely prove that their number is odd or even. So let's go ahead and go to the project. So the first thing that the students are going to do is they're going to pick their own number. And you're going to have to kind of decide as a teacher if you put any limitations, like it has to be a 2-digit number. But I let my students pick, and I tell them, be careful when you pick, because you might end up having to do more work if you pick a number like 1 million. But I usually get students that will just pick a 1 or 2-digit number. And so what they're going to do is they're going to write this number in the box, and I let them decorate this because my class is very artistic. They love to decorate. And so on this wanted poster, they pick their number, they put it in the box. Then they're going to identify whether this number is odd or even. And then at the bottom, they're going to give me 3 reasons how they know it's odd or even. So that way I know that they're not just guessing, and they fully understand how to determine if a number is odd or even. And so here are some of the possible answers that they can give you for odd or even, and definitely go over this as a class so that they understand this. So the first one is, you might be going over your rules saying, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. If the number ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, it's going to be even. And any other number, if it ends in any other number, it's going to be odd. So one of their reasoning for a number being odd or even, they can say, well, my number ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, so that's how I know it's even. Or they can say, I know my number does not end in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, so I know it's odd. The next reason they can give you is if you take their number and put them into groups. You know how if it's even, you should be able to make groups of 2. And so you can say to your class, if you can make either groups, even groups. So let's say they pick the number 10 and they put 10 tally marks. And if they just can make groups of 2, they can make 5 groups of 2, and there's none left over. So that's how they know that their number's even. But let's say they choose 11. So on this one here, they can say, I've made groups of 2 and I have 1 left over. So that's how I know my number is odd. So, and then the last reason is, when you have odd and evens that they alternate. So 2 is even, 3 is odd, 4 is even. So for their last explanation, they can say, well, I chose the number 7. 6 is right before 7, and 6 is even, so 7 must be odd. So it's really interesting and helpful to watch students be able to now, take a number, determine if it's odd or even, but prove that it's odd or even. That's how you know they understand this. So taking a look at the finished project, it was so neat to display this outside my class, because all the second grade classrooms walk by and they're able to get the review, like, hey, 12 is even, yeah, and they're able to see the reasons why. So hopefully you can enjoy this project with your students. Again, check the description. I've left you the link, Teachers Pay Teachers, and I just try to make it a minimal amount, and that way you can have this document forever. Make as many copies as you want, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and checking out this video on odd and even numbers. My name is Mr. Hino from Mr. Hino's Math. Hit that subscribe button and that bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified, okay? Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.